The flow computer from process data can be used with an MID type approval in accordance with WELMEC 8.8, OIML, R117-1 and WELMEC 7.2. MID is an abbreviation for Measuring Instruments Directive and is a European standard, which is also very often used in other parts of the world, since it indicates a quality stamp for accurate and precise measurements. The application area is measuring system for liquids other than water. Within the European Union, all custody transfers, on which a settlement is based, actually requires that the measuring system have a MID approval according to the EU MID directive. With our flow computer, you will take a quantum leap into obtaining a MID approval for your system. The flow computer has implemented the Type 1 variant, a system with a PD688 display and a PD340 flow transmitter. In order to obtain a valid MID approval, you need to have a software license for the MID component. An accredited institute will have to verify your system to issue the approval. The flow computer can also be used without an MID approval, and in this case you do not need to have a license for the MID component. The volume value is still visible in the upper part of the PD688, but the word legal will not be shown. Whether you need an MID approved system or not, you still need to configure the parameters in the MID component. Please ensure that the configuration switch 1 is in the on position before you start entering the parameters. You find the configuration switch 1 behind the small metal cover in the lower right corner on the backside of the PD688. When the switch is in the on position, a Save for Seal button appears on the MID configuration window. The program enables switch in terminal box. PD381 on the PD340 flow transmitter must also be in the on position. In order to set up the flow computer, you must be logged in as a certifier. Log in with either an access card or a password. You are now able to set up the MID system. Click on the setup icon above the text volume. Press the setup icon at the bottom right to adjust the various parameters. Now you see all the parameters that need to be set up. Start by entering the serial number of the connected flow transmitter. Then enter the max flow and calibration factor for the system. You can also give the system its own ID, in this case, my truck. Once all the data are entered, click the Save for Seal button to configure the flow transmitter according to the MID requirements and to save the approved parameters for validation during operation. After saving the parameters, you may set the configuration switches back to off, and the certification person may add a void label to prevent unauthorized access. Check the state changes from no configuration to idle in the upper window of PD688 and ensure that the configuration window shows configured. Now, close down the two MID windows, and you are ready to use the flow computer. For further information, please contact Process Data.